Hello everybody, my name is Hellkaiser and welcome back to Onee Chanbara Origin. My controller wasn't working there for a second, or the game has delay. We played through quite a bit in the last episode. I don't even know how far we got. We played like 4 or 5 levels. I bought the bonus missions, because I had to go through like 99 pieces of DLC. But there's like 10 bonus missions, and I bought them, but for some reason there's a little lock on them. I guess you can only beat them at the end of the game. I honestly don't know. This is one of those games where everything's already weird anyway. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue it. So yeah, how many chapters did we do? 1, 2, 3. We played through 4 chapters. Or 3 chapters or whatever. No, we played through 4. High school corpse girl. The girl in the operating room is an undead named Anzu, who's in some ways similar to Saki. And this thing she can still think somehow and speak like a human being. Someone ordered her to kill Aya. Okay. Start the mission. I still don't get why you'd want to purify your stain gauge if it's like your devil trigger or whatever. Why? This game's very confusing.
Saki? Aren't that tasty?
So, there's zombies that can talk, apparently. So this is like a lollipop chainsaw.
Yes! Lucky me! I was ordered to kill you, you know?
Okay, the voice acting doesn't sync up with the English.
Surprise, sissy!
That's really bad.
Come out,
Okay, ecstasy combination is a type of finishing blow that can be triggered by pressing Y and B when the ecstasy gauge is full. The ecstasy gauge increases gradually whenever you land attacks on enemies, or even more quickly when you successfully predict. So, dodging is more important than parrying, apparently. Keep in mind, however, that the ecstasy gauge will slowly decrease.
Definitely not Saki. It isn't? Are you sure?
Whoa!
Is she an undead?
Whoa.
She can talk though.
Well, I mean, clearly she's supposed to be, like, rotten.
Experiments?
Whoa.
The details
Okay,
of
that's
the accident
what I think I was supposed to do there.
aren't clear. But never mind that. Aren't you curious about this sissy person she mentioned?
Not really.
You must be cuckoo.
Coming from the undead chick, that's something. Man, this boss fight's even easier than the first one, but I see that she still has 2 health bars. Nice try. Yeah, perfect dodging then is a lot easier because I played so much Bayonetta than trying to do it the way this game was wanting me to do with the parries. Also, because this girl really telegraphs her attacks. Get back here. Of course you can see her. I'm not even surprised. This is a fan service game all the way through. Okay, why did she just get to sit and dance? Okay, whoa. Okay, now I gotta fight her and the Mudman. My stain gauge is not high enough for this. Yeah! So am I supposed to focus on her or on them? Oh, come on. So, man, she has a long stun gap when she's parried. Now, come on, that should have parried. Now, see, the problem still persists that I can't see them both at the same time. Would this thing please hit already? There we go, got rid of it. Oh. Whoa!
She's really quick. Go on.
Not really, that quick. Well, at least she's supportive. I don't really see my ecstasy gauge anywhere. Is it just... hang on. Is it something that's, like, disabled? Demo subtitles. Apparently, nothing's turned off, so it should be there. Okay, now that it's just her, I should be able just to focus on fighting her. What's the point of that? Oh, is she summoning more? Yeah, she's summoning more. I still can't tell if I'm getting any better. Because I don't see no gauge going up. Ouch. I still don't see nothing going up. Come on, hit me. There we go. Okay, there's my rage mode or berserk, whatever they want to call it. Where'd she go? Okay, I can't afford to do that too many times. Okay, I parried her, but she didn't get stunned that time. I parried her again, and she still didn't get stunned. There we go.
What the hell? Sissy!
Is it over?
No, she got away.
Oh.
Where
But
could
it
she have
sounded like She
run?
was going to look for her sissy.
Really? Good. That means you can take them both out at the same time.
Okay, I'm going to say this about this game so far. I got another V score. I don't know what V is, because I never get anything but Vs. So either I'm very good, or I'm middling. My problem with this game persists with the fact that the boss fights are needlessly difficult because the enemies are always spawning in backup. And the lock-on system is shit, to be plain. This game has one of those lock-ons where the camera is stuck onto the enemy, and while that's not a bad thing if the enemy was the only thing you have to follow, but also the other problem persists with Aya decides she wants to walk when she's locked onto an opponent, which, again, if the enemies didn't dash around, wouldn't be such a problem. So you're stuck in a slower speed with a camera that's now locked onto the opponents, but some of the enemies, like the fat guy from the first boss fight, if I wasn't locked onto him, I couldn't see his head and his arm when he raised his arm to swing. But if I stayed unlocked, all I could see was his stomach. I couldn't see the rest of him, but I couldn't see the zombies if I was locked on. So this game kind of has a inflated difficulty by the fact that it's so difficult to multitask. You just have to learn to adapt and just swing wildly and never really lock on.
Aya, did you let her go on purpose?
Didn't look
Why
like
would you
it.
say that?
You killed all the others right away. When have you ever let one escape?
When it talks, I
Was
guess.
it because she reminded you of your little sister?
Of course not. Don't be silly. It's quiet.
I like how the ring actually shines on her finger, but I never understood why games like to limit you to 2 rings when you have 10 fingers. Again, though, I'm questioning logic in a game where I'm running around as a cowgirl in a bikini. Some of these combos, too, are really hard to pull off, and then sometimes she just moves like lightning. There we go. Man, the frame rate cannot handle this. And it's not even that intensive action. And because of the cell shading, it's not like it's really even that graphically impressive. I mean, yes, there's a lot of blood and stuff like that, but there's not very advanced particle effects.
Let's see. She went to find her sissy, right? Try going up to the roof.
Alright.
Why would you automatically assume that her sister was on the roof and not just like a floor or two above? Because I thought that when she said that she was looking for her and then the ceiling shook, that meant that she was like above her. Is this really? Because clearly we were on another floor, so wouldn't she be like on this floor? Again, I'm reading too much into this game. Oh, there's more of you. And I messed up my score because I thought it was over. I'm already about to get my blood gauge filled up again. Oh, can I actually go into these rooms? That would have been nice to know. I thought these were like monster closets. Okay, crap. I don't think they have really high gun damage, but I don't want to take no risk anyway.
Down here.
Okay, there's a lot of these guys now. Crap. Is that all of them this time? And I've gone into bloodlust. It feels kind of weird that this mode just activates on its own instead of it being triggered by any specific thing. Because now it feels like it was too useless to me there. Because at the end of the fight, suddenly it comes
Take
out.
this elevator up.
I still don't get why her
Looks
skin
really
changes
severely
color.
damaged. Can you climb up the rubble?
Maybe. I'll look around.
I instantly just fell down the minute I hit the parkour button. I thought you're supposed to be able to hold down this parkour button and she does stuff. She's not doing anything. Is she just gonna like auto? Nope, she doesn't even auto jump. Whoa. Okay, so the platforming is extremely wonky. Can I double jump? Okay, at least I can double jump to save me. Apparently I didn't take any damage there because my health is full.
I think I can get to the 3rd floor from here.
You're only on the didn't we go up a floor to get into the boss fight? So this would be the 2nd. So this would have been the 3rd floor. This would be the 4th. Again, I'm confused. I'm thinking too much into this. Like, see, sometimes you can get one of those cool finishes really quickly. Other times you gotta work for it, and I don't really understand how that works. See what I mean? Now I'm just popping those cool finishes really quickly. I get confused. Okay, did I block that or did I send it back? I couldn't tell with the way it was animated there.
It sounded like that undead girl came here looking for me.
She said she was under orders, right?
Maybe somebody is controlling undead.
Sounds exactly like a final boss, don't you think?
But why controlling undead girl?
Why does this girl always sound like she's really excited about stuff sexually? Okay, man, my blade gets dirty. That's a stupid mechanic, too, reloading your sword because its edge is dull. That's not... Monster Hunter, you know, did a more realistic thing with the blade dulling than this game has. So just wading through these puddles of blood actually increases my meter. Or my stains, whatever it wants to call it. Again, this game has some odd descriptions. Oh, a lot more zombies down there. Crap, that was way too early. I knew as soon as I did that I screwed up. And I screwed up there too, crap. Okay, just you two. Come on. Come on. Come on. I wish that she had more than one execute. Genocide. Okay, I'm really close to popping my meter again.
I sense a presence. It doesn't seem like an undead.
I hope it's really your sister this time.
Well, the last one wasn't really what you call a normal undead anyway. And I got another V. Like I said, I must be really good.
It's about time, Aya. I heard you messed with my sister here.
Why does the audio sound so bad with this voice actress?
It's an older sister's duty to protect her younger sister. So let me give
Of course, she's got a shirt on.
She's the one! That's Aya!
Yes, I know.
If we bring her heart to Ava, she'll be so happy with us!
Won't be that hard.
Now be quiet.
She's not got no armor on.
So, yeah. We'll be taking your heart.
Yeah! We're gonna take it!
So it's a 2v1 battle this time.
Oh no, someone else again?
Yeah. Can't say I'm surprised, though.
Whoa! Shit. This is actually getting intense, and I like it. Now this is fun. I feel like this is what this combat system was meant for in some ways. Whoa.
Why is she whispering?
Wait, she was doing the same thing a little while ago too, mumbling to herself. If Ava eats her heart, she might wind up cuckoo too.
How about you keep your mouth shut?
Please. Whoa. Whoa. Nice try. Whoa! Okay. I haven't been doing much damage to little sis here. Oh, I just can do the ecstasy attack there because I just pressed the combination, but I have no idea how,
Pretty tough.
where my gauge is or anything.
Like they want. That's what they'll get.
Whoa. Man, the camera is so hard to work with. That's why I like to stay locked on. But staying locked on, okay, I could parry that back, but it's like that game where this ball is on a string on a pole. Where'd they go? Why are they both up there? Oh. Whoa. That's fair. Whoa. Are y'all done yet? Okay, I saw little sis. Whoa, whoa! Oh crap, she's Sonic the Hedgehog. Whoa. I still don't know about that frickin' ecstasy gauge or whatever. Why would they have a gauge that you can't see when there's so much crap already on my screen? Whoa. Come on. Okay, took her first health bar. I hit that parry button, and sometimes I'm telling you, I think it's just really got a mind of its own. When they're yellow, does that mean that I have that ecstasy gauge built up? Because I'm about to lose this fight. Whoa. Okay, I'm not doing it now, so I don't know. All I know is I'm about to lose this. Whoa! How do I do the frickin' ecstasy attack? I don't know. Whoa. Okay, I am restoring health with that ring. Okay, I must have done something. Yeah, nice camera angle there.
Anzu! Well, I can save you at least. Anzu, I need you to survive.
I honestly will feel bad about killing these girls.
You saved her? I told you. It's an older sister's duty to protect her younger sister. You're a formidable opponent. I never thought I'd be pushed this far by another of the baneful bloodline.
You have baneful blood too?
I've said too much.
She didn't say that.
But I won't give up.
Okay, where did she get? I've never been pushed this far by another of the baneful bloodline. You know, another, when she says it like that, I would think that she meant somebody else put me that way. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, again, I misunderstood it or it's a translation thing. I need some gems. Can I buy them? How many can I afford? I guess I'll just stock up.
Where am I going to put all this?
Now, we'll see if my, my thing changes any. Okay, that restores a lot of health.
We'll be together, just like we were before, and no one will stop us.
Nice try, honey.
You're
Whoa.
not getting away.
Okay. Oh, she dodged it! Whoa. Okay, and I don't get a redo. Whoa. How do I know when the gauge is full? Somebody tell me. Okay, is that it? That little gauge is draining? I think that's it. I'm going to assume that's it. Whoa. Yes, that's it. Okay, so she's stunned for quite a while. I really don't want to kill her.
My precious sister.
She seems like good people.
To be with you.
She really cares a lot about her sister.
Oof. Come on. Cool finish. Let's dance. And she's gonna kill. Oh, I'm sorry. You really did seem nice. Well, see you in hell.
Any last words?
This life given to me by my mistress, Ava. I'm happy to give it up for my sister. Anzu, I'm glad I was able to protect.
All for her little sister, huh?
Okay.
You did great. I'll pick it up. Just leave it there.
Ray, you're going to bury her?
Barry? Yeah. Something like that.
Good. Thanks, Ray.
She's saying Ray, but it says Leah.
Anything for you, Aya.
So the subtitles are also wrong, or the actors got the name wrong. I can't... Okay, I got an S that time, so... In my mind, S rank, because of Devil May Cry, is higher than V. But I don't know what V... Okay, V's the lower letter on the alphabet, you know, the farther end. I don't know how to word it. The closer to the end of the alphabet. So would V be higher than S, or... Okay, I don't know. It ain't worth caring about anyway. New technique. Oh yeah, it said I learned new techniques at level 10. Severance power. For each of the playable characters' techniques... Okay, that...
All for her little sister.
She's...
Maybe you should go down and look for the one that got thrown off the roof.
Sounds good.
Why? I didn't really want to kill either of them. I don't want to have to kill the little sis either. They gave her life to protect her. You know, at least give her a fair shake. Okay, now there's riot shield zombies. Okay, so I can smack their shield away. Whoa. Okay, yeah, that was a new move. Did that get him? Yeah, that got him. Was that all of them or not? I don't see what's the point of these rooms. Oh, I just got trapped in here by coming in here. Is there any bonus or any secrets hidden in here? Okay, that's new. Okay, I just found an item laying there. Okay, am I free now? No. Killer! There we go. The button input there is a little wonky. So, I saw that I grabbed something. Was it another? Yeah, I got 10 gems, so I must have grabbed another health item. I still can't leave though, so what am I supposed to do? Oh great, Mudman. Now come on, I hit the button. Hit me. Of course, they do it at a bad time. Guard breakers. Oh, apparently that counts as a cool finish move, so that's good to know, though. Okay, I'm about to freak out if I'm not careful here. Why is the zombie moaning still going on? Can I... Yeah, I can't pass. Is there like a oh, because I'm supposed to go here. I'm guessing that's... No. What are those things supposed to be? Awakened zombie. Although it moves in the same way as a normal zombie, it's more difficult, so it's just a hard mode zombie.
I should probably take care of these guys first.
Don't tell me you were moved by that sissy creature.
I was.
Don't be ridiculous. Of course not.
Yeah, of course not, right? Good.
I like those characters more than I do this character. This one, Aya has no real personality other than she's looking for her sister that she doesn't particularly like. She's looking for her dad that we know nothing about. And all she can do is repeat the same dialogue about 30 times, because every time she speaks, she'll say, the sister, or I'm looking for the sissy, and then she'll say it at the start, at the end, and again at the beginning of the next mission, which is kind of goofy, and it gets to wearing on you very quickly. There we go.
Let's see. The first floor.
Okay, please tell me the game didn't crash. No, it just takes a long time to...
So, do you see her?
No. looks like the elevator took me to the
Wow,
basement.
you really are not good with machines, are you, Aya?
What? It's a
I'm
button.
sure I pressed the right button. There are dead women here.
Bodies? Are they nurses?
No, they're wearing black clothes. Their hair is white. Ray, is this funny?
Okay, she did say Ray that time.
How
It
did
says
that
Leah.
screw-up happen, I wonder? I really wish I could have seen it.
Huh?
You're interested in seeing the dead bodies?
Very
of women.
interested.
Sicko.
What?
There's something about these marks. Could it be? Is somebody up ahead?
Okay, that's a lot of women laying here. What's it supposed to be? Like some sort of cult? Because, I mean, they look like they were all killed very violently. It also doesn't help that it's literally the same model. And she says white hair. Maybe you can see like a bit of like ash gray or ash blonde. I see brown looking there. So again, the model doesn't really line up with what they're saying. But again, what am I supposed to expect? When you look at this game, you can't really argue with it.
It's my father?
Wait, what?
Tsubaki.
Father? How?
Tsubaki, my wife. Where did you go?
Oh, he's nuts.
Ah, yes. It was that damned woman. She took you away.
Took Mother?
No, maybe it was you. It was you, wasn't it? You're the one who killed my wife.
So this is a Father Glasscone
I
deal.
will finally avenge you, Tsubaki.
What the hell?
How dare you kill my Tsubaki? I won't let you get away with it.
Whoa! Nice try there. Whoa. Whoa, the game almost did crash that time.
You're the
You must have a hearing problem. Get the cotton out of your ears.
ends of the earth.
Okay, the parry is kind of bad for fighting him because it leaves me with a massive window.
Father? Why? My body. It's so hot.
What the? Oh. Okay. So. I wanted to play this game because I thought it'd be good for a laugh, and I'll give it credit. It's one of those things. It's so absurd. You can't help but laugh at it. I know there's some feminists out there who would be pointing at this game and just smashing their computer monitors at it, but I think it's hilarious. It's one of those games that has some good mechanics and just even better presentation. Okay, so I went from being a samurai cowgirl in a bikini to being a blonde-haired succubus with blood bikinis. Okay, I buy it. Continue. This is called ecstatic form. Continue to attack viciously while in the berserk form to take on the ecstatic form. Enemy attacks will no longer cause you to flinch, and you gain a tremendous attack boost. So, when I'm approaching the form, my character icon will crack. Although the ecstatic form has the disadvantage of draining your HP, you can also replenish your HP by landing hits on your enemy, so you're like a proper vampire at that point. So, attack aggressively to maintain your HP. Note that the form will end when your stain gauge reaches 0, just as with the berserk form. Let's dance, daddy. Okay, I can't perfectly. Okay, now she's really gotten kinky too here. Whoa. So dodging is 10 times better than the parry, is what we've come to learn from all this.
Sorry. Aya. Saki. I had no choice. I had to keep you apart.
Father? It's over now. I was overtaken. Okay. By my painful blood.
So did she kill?
Hold on.
I don't understand what's going on. I'm too busy fighting.
Let it consume me.
Why? You look cooler in this form. This is actually cool. This is like a devil trigger thing.
You're all going.
Now that I'm starting to learn some of the mechanics of this game, it isn't too bad. Finish him off. Dang, she really did. I didn't think she would actually do it that way. I love this game. It's perfect.
Is that you? Damn. What have I...
Father, where have you been all this time?
I'm so sorry. Stay back. My baneful blood could go berserk again at any time. Aya, I hate to do this to you, but please, understand. I've been chasing after the one who killed Tsubaki all this time. And I've finally found her. A woman named Ava, with the same baneful bloodline as us, killed Tsubaki. She is using power from Tsubaki's heart to control Saki.
Okay.
Control her?
Saki thinks she can bring Tsubaki back to life with a ceremony using a baneful heart. And that's why she plans on fighting you and me, to obtain a heart.
I see.
Aya, could you please stop Saki? Stop your little sister.
Me? You want me to stop her?
Well, clearly I've done surpassed him.
Who's trying to kill me without killing them?
Please, forgive me for not telling you this before. You and Saki are actually true sisters. Full sisters by blood.
Huh?
What?
Okay, this is getting soap opera on over here. I grew up watching General Hospital
There's
with
a
my mother,
painful
so
tradition of
okay.
training sisters to fight each other. The survivor inherits all. That's why Tsubaki and I pretended you weren't full sisters. To protect you.
Or you could have just told them not to kill each other. Never told them about that.
People don't come back to life once they've died. Except as flesh-eating monsters.
Those girls seemed alright.
I don't want to see Tsubaki like that.
I don't know what to believe. I can't promise I can stop Saki without killing her, but... I'll go look for her. And you've got things you need to do too, right?
I don't understand.
I'm sorry.
Father!
Hurry up and go, Aya. Remember, I'm always thinking of the two of you.
Clearly you're not, because you almost tried to kill her and you didn't recognize her. Okay. I got a V rank again, so I don't know if it's better or not. Because I didn't use an item there. And I did in the last one, so I'm going to assume V is like the best rank. So let me try to break down this game's plot, and I know I'm going to regret it. So they're like vampire demon things, so like Dante from Devil May Cry. You can I don't know, when did this game come out? I mean, not this particular one, but the series. Let me reword it that way. The original game came out in 2004. So yeah, Devil May Cry had been out. So this is the plot is somewhat ripping off Devil May Cry. And he kept them distant from each other because if one of them kills the other one, they become more powerful. Why not just tell them not to kill each other? Or just omit that. If they didn't know it, they wouldn't do it. And then he wants her to rescue her sister, but is also risking them becoming too powerful if they do kill one another. And because he just told her, if you kill her, you get more powerful. I mean, that's not exactly a reason not to kill her, then. I don't get... His motivation seems out of whack. No explanation as to why he left. No explanation as to how the girl ended up in the hands of the killer. I mean, realistically, could he not have picked up a cell phone and said, "Hey, by the way, I'm looking for the guy who killed your mom"? This game is just one of those games. It's to say it's off the rails is putting it nicely. You can tell that the plot was written as not even an afterthought, just this little thing that hangs at the very back of your mind. This will finalize the stats, yeah. Yeah, that parkour does not work.
Take these. I'm sure you'll know what to do.
Oh, I gained new swords.
Father.
Okay, LT switches weapons. Okay.
My father's 2 swords. I'll use them well.
Check out the shop. There are some new items for sale.
They're a little shorter.
Thanks.
Okay, so I give up a little bit of range for, I'm guessing, faster attack speed generally. So I got a recovery gem, so I'll automatically come back to life. And I got a blood clot, which will recover a small amount of health if I'm already in berserk form, but it'll help fill the stain gauge. And then I can buy... What new items can I buy? There's nothing here. Maybe they mean new rings? Ring of Fainting. Okay. None of that's really that useful to me. Okay, I guess I just need to save my money then. So, if you don't want to have to reload, you can also switch weapons. That's interesting. That helps with the combos being kind of a little on the dull side. Can I switch out mid-combo? No, I cannot. And it's the exact same. Or maybe it wasn't, but it looked like it was there. Okay, now that looked cool. So, new swords aren't too bad. Okay, am I supposed to go up the... Where the heck did you come from, Missy? Oh, you're supposed to be like the... special whatever. There, I should have used the cool finish on the other one, though, to see if it was any different. No, it isn't. So she's only got the one cool finish. Good lord. There we go. No, I don't want to get no more of those because I'll overdo it. Where am I oh, I'm supposed to go over here. Why? I thought she's supposed to be trying to go back up.
I think I can squeeze through.
Is that the end of the mission again? Or is the game just crashed? I never know with this game. Okay, I'm in a sewer system.
Moaning?
Uh-oh.
More like
is something
burping.
about to jump out at you?
Whatever it is, it'll probably just be more undead.
Your father sounded pretty troubled. I wonder if what he said about your sister
So I
is
can get
true.
items in there.
Do you really think you can stop her?
I'll stop her. Just you watch.
Are you sure? She'll try to kill you, you know. I don't want you to die.
Well, if push comes to shove and I kill her, oh, I can walk through this. All I do is end up more powerful, so I see this as a win-win. They either get a warm family reunion or you gain more power and go Super Saiyan. What I don't get, though, is why there's blood in these barrels, apparently. Any more zombies. Okay, this is just mostly the same kicks, but different, slightly different variations. Okay, I was about to say, did I cut his legs off there? Because I don't think I've ever cut the legs off any of them yet. Okay. This is new. Dogs. Now, see, this is more like it. If they're going to have a lot of enemies on screen, you need a big, wide arena just packed full of them. Well, but the game can't take it, it doesn't seem like. I like how the game... I'm just mashing X right now. I'm not doing anything else but occasionally tapping Y and X. But it does make you look cool. This is what DMC Devil May Cry was attempting to do. And to me, it just did not work. Whereas this game is actually doing a slightly better job of making me feel cool. But I hate this reload system. I think that is completely stupid. If every time you hit, you have to reload. That's a waste of time mechanic designed to make things just slightly difficult or encourage weapon switching, which, if your weapons are fun and because it's so easy to switch, why wouldn't you? Yeah, so that's literally the exact same, no matter the weapon. Okay, I'm about to overload again. You'd think walking through the water would, like, take some of the stain meters off. I would have done that. That would have been if I was making the game, but I'm not the developer. Okay, which way did I come in from? Because these environments are... too similar. Not that big of a problem, I guess. Oh, big guy. Big guy. Left 4 Dead wasn't out at this time, so I mean, I can't say they're ripping off the... whatever its name was from that game. That is cool looking. I always love dual swords. And what's good about the game, at least I will say this, they got decent pacing, because I was getting really sick of just the basic sword combos here. Oh crap.
Not just because of the promise I made to Father.
Apparently she likes the burn.
My little sister.
Yes, you can.
Lost her mother.
It's not her mother, it's your mother too.
You're acting weird, Aya. Didn't you say you just do whatever you want? Saying you can't kill her? My father taught me. It's not like you to be soft like that.
Well, why would she not want to try to save her if she can? The characters in this game go so back and forth, I don't think they know what they want. Why are you just standing in the corner? And then there's the photo mode. You actually do poses in the camera? No, it just lets you move. I guess that would be cool. I should try to get like a cool picture next time I'm in the middle of a fight. I like how when you're in this mode, all the blood comes off the swords. I wish I could just control it, though. Because, see, it's like draining my health right there. And why should I have to just sit there and take a health drain? Because I can't recover health in-game. Again, that seems like a... I guess because the goddess statues are there, they think that that's a fair thing, and at least they did put them there. I will admit, there is some good design put in this, other than just the fan service. It's serviceable. It's not up to like the quality standards of Bayonetta or... oh, I don't like that. A zombie baby.
I see something like a door, but it's no good. I'll have to find another way. I wonder if this is a failed Ouroboros experiment.
It's not attacking, so leave it alone?
Yeah. I'll go see if there's another way around.
Oh, great, these guys. And a bunch of dogs. They got him. What is the grunting? They're dead. The water reflections are kind of sickening. It's just this weird...
Aya, where do you think your father went?
Who knows? But I plan on looking for him later.
Why not just get a cell phone?
I need to keep him safe.
Just hand the old fart a cell phone with your numbers programmed in it.
Not possible. Once he makes up his mind, nothing can change it.
Wow. Sounds like you know him pretty well.
That's
Oh, he is my father after all.
that's a dumb thing to say. Yeah, like I said, the dialogue is not very good either. It's mostly just people saying the exact same thing 1,000 times, and you can tell that they designed the levels first, and then like they needed an excuse as to why she let the dad go.
Father taught me.
But how would he teach you to do that if he never gave you his 2 swords?
What's your father like, Ray?
Again, she keeps saying Ray.
Father?
Maybe she's saying Lay, but I don't think that's what she's saying.
I guess I can't answer that question.
You'll talk about anything but your family. Is that it, Ray?
Don't just assume everyone has a father.
Well, I mean, everybody does have a father, but I get what you mean. My dad wasn't around.
No problem. Just keep your guard up.
How can she do... I guess, gotta give her credit, she's a great multitasker, because I can't talk and do anything. I have to stop everything if I'm talking. I'm one of those people, I devote fully to whatever I'm doing. Much to the annoyance of everybody close to me. Don't get me talking, they say, if I'm working on something, because I'll be carrying a table and I'll drop the table just talk. Whoa.
It's over now.
Again, you always got like this one zombie that just hangs out in the background doing absolutely nothing. 2 in this case. 3. See, like, what's he doing over there? The AI could use a lot of work. Yeah, because there's so many of these guys just hanging out, but not anywhere near me. Okay, there's apparently still more. Again, my meter is just now being topped off. Oh no, that was all of them, apparently.
So even you have things you don't want to talk about, huh, Ray?
Doesn't everyone? Now go take out your sister.
Well, I'm not gonna take her out, but I'm going.
Okay, why let the level end? There was more to it. It's... Okay. Hit the button, there we go. Okay, I'm going to end this episode here. I got new artwork, new character profile, new enemies been... Okay, how much money do I have? Not enough to buy the ring I wanted. I wanted that Ring of Flight, because I think that's the best ring, but I'm about halfway there. I'll save up for it, because either that would be the best, or getting a Ring of Strength, but I don't think I'll need that. And then, other than that, there's no new items here, is there? No. There's still a secret item there. Okay. So let's take a look at the artwork real quick. Or, not the option. If you tap the button, it kind of seems to... If you double tap, it will just move 2 spaces. So we got character profiles for the... Because it doesn't show their picture, it makes things very hard to tell. Okay, blah blah blah. I'll just read it. As the father of Aya and Saki, Ouroboros loves his wife and daughters more than life. Although he had been plotting with Tsubaka to destroy the Ouroboros organization that uses the baneful blood for its own ends, he continued working as an assassin after his own father, Tsubaka, on his own after Tsubaka injured her leg. Oh, I thought it said, where did I get father? My eyes ain't no good. So, she was an assassin too, or something? Discovering that his daughter Aya was naturally skilled with the sword, he set off with her on a long journey of training. Ava then killed Tsubaka, however, and started brainwashing Saki. The shock of this was too much for Ouroboros, and it caused him to lose control of his baneful blood along with his rationality. One day he almost hurt Aya for real while berserk, so he left home without a word to protect her. Okay, that could have been easily explained, but they never said that they fought like that before. His goal was to defeat Ava by saving Saki from her brainwashing, but his sanity gradually started slipping away for longer periods of time, so much that he tried to kill Aya upon seeing her again. This made him realize that he shouldn't expect to live much longer. Leaving Saki and the reins of Tsubaka to Aya, he chased after Ava with the intention of using his dying efforts to achieve vengeance against Ava for what she'd done to Tsubaka. Okay, these are just... Why is there... Character profiles are just the enemies like that? Okay, what kind of artwork is there? 3D illustrations. Of course. Okay. So like I said, I did buy the bonus missions, but I apparently can't play them yet. So far this game isn't bad. Like I said, it's rough around the edges, especially in the story department. But I enjoyed both the boss fights in this episode. The 2-on-1 felt like more of what this game's going for. The dodging and the parrying, and then the big attacks that leave the enemies open for more attacks. My only problem, and I like the idea of like a... Because I used to play Smite, you know, the MOBA game. There was a character called Cucullin, and he had a rage mode. And he would turn like a big hulking monster if his rage meter filled, which was cool. But the point I'm making there is you had to manage this resource. You could vent it and lose your anger if it wasn't the opportune moment for him to turn into the monster. And I feel like that's what, instead of a reload button, it needs like a vent, or maybe like she carries water on her and she can like splash herself with water to get the blood off of her at specific times. I know there's items for that, but I don't understand why I should get a lower score in the mission for using the item, because it seems like every time almost that her blood thing activates, it's either at the end of the mission or the end of the arena. And sometimes it only activated once in that whole mission there. And then I find it interesting that they gave her like the super form, or whatever you call it, the Sin Devil Trigger, or you can call it whatever you want, in less than Chapter 10. So she gets her Berserk form, and then she gets her super form after that. I wonder if she's going to get yet again another form. it's weird. The pacing seems a little strange with the story and why they give me that suddenly, but I do think that there is some good mechanics to this game. It's got like I said, I was just getting tired of the same button mashy combos with the sword, so they give me another sword. And I do think that, you know, I wouldn't say it's deep, but there's enough mechanics here that it does seem like a pretty serviceable hack and slash. So I think the 2-hour point so far, I'd say if you can get it cheap like I did, I would recommend picking it up. But we'll see how my opinion changes as we continue along. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening.